How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Benji's Logs and Whatnots 2.0. I am Benji. It is looking like another sour weekend this weekend. And what I mean by that, very, very windy. I was hoping to get out and do a bit of stuff in the yard, which, don't get me wrong, we have done a little bit today. We also went down the street to get some bird seed for Becky because she has absolutely friggin' inhaled it. But that's alright, we still have a day and a half to do pretty much whatever. So we ended up going down and chopping up some wood, which I'll show you guys that in just a moment. But yeah, I ended up getting one of the logs that we got down there and basically cutting the top off to level it out. That little lone one right there in front of the caravan and trailer is what we used to basically chop the top off and cut some of those logs up, which is now in the back patio waiting for us to use, which ironically enough we are going to be using it, the fire pit in the house tonight. All of this right here is what we ended up chopping in half. Well, best we could, as you can tell. Had a few goes at this one. Some of them did split into more than just one piece, but that's alright. This here will do just bloody fine. Had another couple of goes at that one there as well. And as you can see, did the final hit and then pop, all went apart. That's a couple of logs worth right there, and obviously I didn't touch these. There's no way in hell I'll be able to do that. They're too bloody hard for the axe, but they're going to go do well. So we do have some more stuff there, some more stuff there, and some more stuff inside. Guess what, guys? It is that time of day for us to get this very lovely looking wood stove cranking. So we've got it all set up. We just need to drop a match or two and watch it relight. So we're gonna put this somewhere and then we can basically get it started. Alright guys, so this is gonna be the very first time we ignite this very fireplace. It is gonna be bloody good. All we gotta do is just get these firelighters started. If we can get the bloody things over in the right place. It's going to probably take us a couple of goes. Alright, so that's it. All we got to do is just sit back and wait for it to ignite. So I was going to draw and everything else in between. Once we get it up far enough, we can turn it down a little bit. And as you guys can tell, this thing does like to whistle, especially when it's wide open. Look at that. First go of this fire stove. We are looking forward to it. Now that we've got the fire lit in there, I want to come out here and have a look. Unfortunately, because out here it's pretty windy at the moment, it's going to destroy the audio. I do apologise in advance, but I just want to have a quick gander at this to see what it's doing. In all honesty, you can see a little bit of the heat coming through that. So you can probably just barely see a little bit of smoke coming out of the top of that now. That is looking bloody sexy. Very sexy indeed. May as well take a couple of those bigger logs in and chuck one of them on. But we are very happy with that. Except for that design there. Because it's making it whistle quite a bit, which I'll show you in just a sec. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at the beauty. We're loving it. If you're wondering what that little bit of smoke is coming off here, just here, this has got an inbuilt fan, so we can have it turned on so it blows the heat around the house. And unfortunately, because it's a fairly new, or it is a new stove, it's obviously going to have a bit of paint, as you can tell. Beautiful thing about this fireplace, guys, is we can actually cook on top of it. And the very top is quite warm at the moment. So what we're going to do is we do have one of our little camping kettles and we're going to try and boil up some water on top of this. So we're just going to put this right about there. So I've just got it sitting on the top there. Not sure how long it's going to take to, as you'd say, boil, but that's a little titanium kettle that I've got in the little camp set. We do have a nice juicy looking log on there at the moment, so we are very, very satisfied thus far. And basically where we're at is we're probably about, I'd say 6 foot, 5 foot away from the fire pit, and it is feeling lovely. So we'll see how long it's going to take to boil that, and we'll make ourselves a nice little cup of coffee. So we are going to have to keep an eye on that because it isn't quite getting up to heat quite quickly enough. But that's alright. But mind you, between the very fireplace itself and the top plate, there's probably about that much of a gap between the two. So we do need to get something for that, whether it's heat like fire bricks or a piece of steel to really transfer the heat from the firebox itself up into the very top. But for now, we're just trialing it out. That's all we're doing. But we are very satisfied with it, to say the least. I can tell you right now, even in my room, it is nice and warm. It's taking the nip out of the cold air. Well, we've had this on for about half an hour, 45 minutes, guys. And to be honest with you, it is only steam, and you can probably just barely see the steam coming off that. So I don't know if it's going to get any better than that, but if not, so be it. But like I said before, guys, between this very bit of the stove top and the actual part of the stove, wood stove, there's a gap about that much between these two. So we do need to put something in there to help bring a lot of the heat up into this department here. But mind you, that those titanium kettles, they do heat up pretty darn quick, so I reckon I'm not going to do any more with this because I don't think it's going to get any hotter than what it is. I think that's pretty much as hot as it's going to get, and to be honest with you, I don't like the coffees that hot anyway, so I reckon that will do for that for the time being. So the only way we can really tell is once we pour it into here. Oh yeah, it's not too bad. I reckon it'll be hot enough for us to really drink. So it's not as bad as I thought. So the only way to find out is if we stir it up, put a little bit of cold water in it, and give it a go. It's really the only way we can truly test it. Moment of truth to see if it's hot enough for our liking. Mind you, we do put about half an inch to an inch of cold water in it, so yeah, to be honest with you, it could have gone for a little bit longer, but that's still going to go down nicely. Probably should have just put half an inch in. But anyway, that's still a coffee. I'm still happy with it. Still need to do a slight modification on that, but not going to bore you too much with that. Tell you what, guys, we are now living in luxury. The fire is roaring. We got a nice dinner that Mum's just made. Well, over time, of course. But that's roaring. That's really pumping out the heat now, which is bloody good. I love it. Now we can have a fire in the house without burning the house down. Not only that, look at this. Mum's made us a nice hearty stew, which I kindly gave her a small hand at making. It's going to go down quite nicely. I can tell you that for free right now. Can't even bloody tell it's on at the moment. It's probably because it's got all the clouds behind it, so you can't really see it that well. But it is certainly on, that's for sure, and it's certainly bloody chilly out here, so I'm going to go back inside and enjoy. We've got the final log on tonight, guys. Hopefully that will burn for quite a few hours tonight. Keep just in here nice and warm. That is a nice juicy red gum. So hopefully that will burn nice and slow. See how it goes by morning. I probably should go and get another one from out the back, so when I wake up I can come out and put it on. But for now I am going to have a bit of a snooze and everything else in between. So we are going down to Bunnings tomorrow to get something for the fireplace so that we can have something on top of it. A little something that we'll show you guys tomorrow once it comes. Not only that, I'm going to be grabbing something else while we're up there as well, so that we can, as you would say, split wood a little bit easier than what we have been, as you would say, because using the axe is starting to get a little too hard just for now. But this other thing that we're going to get is it should theoretically help us out with, as you would say, doing said job. But that is tomorrow, so as of right now we're going to go to bed, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Until then, nighty night. Good morning everyone. Sunday morning has arrived. Fireplace is still roaring. Unfortunately it did go out at about 3 o'clock this morning. I did come out about 12:30 to go to the toilet. I probably should have chucked another log on there and then, but we're still learning the ropes of this wood stove, but we're still loving it. We are very, very happy with it, to say the least. Still, surprisingly enough, it isn't as bad on the firewood as I thought, because we did bring up probably about a dozen or so, maybe more, 15 logs, probably about that round up, and we've only used about half of it so far, so that's always a good thing to see. Yes, I tell you what guys, it's been a long while since I've been on this road, running up the Bunnings. Get a few things while we're up here and everything else in between, so I'll just have to give you guys a quick gander at that once we get home. Here we are guys, trusty old Bunnings. Gonna quickly duck in, do what we need to do, and then head off home. I do apologise for the wind. I am trying to protect it as much as possible, but we're gonna run in and do what we need to do. That's a bit of a bummer. We just got back, and Bunnings and BCF didn't have what we were after. So it looks like what we're after is an online thing. So we're gonna have to have a squiz on there and see if we can find a portable log splitter. You can just have it on the ground, put the log in, smack it on the arse, and pops it apart. So that's what we're after. For the time being, axes will be fine. So this little venture that we had down to Bunnings and BCF wasn't a complete waste of time. We ended up getting ourselves a little Dutch oven bag. So we got a little bag for this little bad boy now. It is known as a Drifter Camping and 4-wheel drive, made in Australia. These guys are up in New South Wales, and unfortunately these guys have copped the floods that they had a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, they're struggling a little bit, so I thought not only support the Australian company, to support them as well. So it's a win-win situation. I got myself a little camp oven thing, so what we're going to be doing is putting this into there, so it's going to be a nice little fit. It's not an overly big bag, but it will do the job for what we need. Look at that, perfect bloody fit. Love it. Look at that. Nice. Very nice indeed. Look at that. Fits it in perfectly. Absolutely love it, guys. Look at that. It's a perfect height and everything. So that will do just fine. It's going to protect my little Dutch oven from the weather and everything else in between. So I am very satisfied with that. Now that I've got myself a little bag, happy chappy. Not only that, guys, we also got something else that's going to perk a couple of fishermen's ears up. Like you wouldn't believe. We ended up getting something that's going to help us out, especially when we get those quite weighty eels when we go down to the river. Got ourselves a decent net. So it is one of those like rubbery style nets. So very happy with that. But the bonus part is if we can get it working, is it's extendable. So at least now I can get it down to where I need it, pick up the thing, bring it back in without snapping the line. So this is not only going to be helping down at the rivers, but it's also going to help down at our local reservoir as well. So it's a win-win situation. So I can't complain that today was a complete bust. Ooh, before I forget, I've always wanted one of these, and I found one down at Bunnings. No, was it Bunnings? Yeah, it was Bunnings. I've always wanted one of these. It's one of these little kettles, enamel kettles that you can put by the fire. It's a cowboy style enamel kettle. Oh, I've always wanted one of these. And at least now we can put it on top of the wood stove, but I have been using my little titanium one. It does get up to temp, it doesn't boil, but it gets up to temp to drinking the coffee, so can't complain too bad about that. There's also two new additions to this scene right here, guys. One of them is a heat fan, powered by none other than the fire. So that is going to help with pushing the heat around the house, or in this segment that we're sitting in. Not only that, I ended up buying a little ash bucket as well. So anytime that we need to empty that out, we can just put it straight into that. But either way, guys, that is pretty much our weekend almost up in a wrap. It is currently 12:36 in the afternoon, so I'm just going to sit here and enjoy our coffee and plan our next little fishing trip. I don't know exactly where we're going to go, but I've been having an itch to get out and have a bit of a fish. I mainly want to go try and get myself another eel if I can. I've been wanting to try and eat one for a while. I hear a lot of people say smoke them, but we'll see. We might end up just fry panning it. I don't know. I don't have a smoker, so that's going to be a bit of an awkward thing. But anyways, guys, I'm not going to bore you any more than what I have. We've pretty much got the bulk of what we wanted. A little fan for the oven, or the stove, or wood thing out there, a fishing net, an ashtray, and a Dutch oven bag. So very happy with that. We're still missing one thing, and that is the portable log splitter. So again, we're going to have to do a little bit of research online to find one of those. But in saying that, guys, it will be an ever-to-detchy for now. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, because we certainly loved it, especially firing up the new wood stove out there. I'm very thrilled, very happy. It does throw a lot of heat, so we are very happy with that. Still need to learn the ropes with it for the time being. But anyways, guys, I've done a lot of this, so we're going to be doing a bit of that. So I will see you guys in the next video. As always, thank you very much for being a part of it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I certainly well did. Until the next video, guys, as always, keep it cheesy.